The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 115 of The Daily Mother Swole. Today, talk about all those people that want to do cardio. Some people really want to do cardio. They really want to do cardio, and it's not a bad thing if you really want to do it. Some people like to do it. Some people like to run. Some of you may like to go on the treadmill. You like the Stairmaster. Believe it or not, some people like to do it. The only concerns, which is an actual concern, is the length of time and the intensity that you do your cardio. If you enjoy doing your cardio, you can do lower intensity, slower duration cardio. Do maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a couple times a week. That is not going to be a negative towards your muscle goals. That's not going to be a negative towards building muscle mass. It gets really conflicting with your body adaptations when you start doing 30 minutes, 40 minutes, regular 4, 5, 6 days a week, more higher intensity, interval training type cardio. If you keep your cardio short and sweet and you do longer duration, it's not going to be a big deal. If you do it less, lower intensity, and you do it less frequently throughout the week, you don't need to do cardio every day. And this is in conjunction with weight training. Though those of you that have tried doing just cardio for weight loss or struggle to lose weight and you just do cardio, you'll know you might see some results. You might lose some water weight. You might see some initial fat loss, but then you plateau, and that's because your body becomes adapted to that daily expenditure. Your body can recomposition its functioning and become more efficient at doing the same amount of work with less energy expenditure. So you're able to do the same cardio that you're doing, let's say, every day, and your body can use less energy, which means you're burning less calories, which means you're not going to be in a caloric deficit, losing as much weight as frequently. So you might lose at the beginning, and then it'll just plateau. At the end, I'll take some questions. I'll have to turn it vertically because, like I said, I can't read the text coming on the side while I'm talking. It's kind of weird. So apologies for that. The good thing about cardio is that it increases capillary density. When you do cardio, you do aerobic activity, you actually increase your body's production of capillaries, little small blood vessels that deliver oxygen and picks up deoxygenated blood from the blood cells and the muscle fibers. So when you have your arteries, you have your veins, you have your larger highways of blood transfer. When you start getting to the actual myofibrils, you have these tiny little capillaries that are very, very thin, sometimes only one red blood cell thickness, and that's where the gas exchange takes place. So when you do cardio, that little network, that spider web of capillaries actually increases when you do cardiovascular activity, which can help nutrient transfer, which can help muscle growth. But that does not mean you're doing pounding cardio, you're doing nasty, ridiculous cardio. You're doing a program that's more geared around resistance training, that's more geared around building muscle mass, but that, let's say 2, 3, 4 days a week of 15, 20 minutes of light to moderate cardio will be a benefit. And this is really mostly necessary if you enjoy it. You could always do more intense weight training. You can do more of an aerobic weight training session if that's more your style. But I like the step mill where the stairs rotate. I like that machine, and I do that for 10 or 15 minutes before I work out to get my heart rate up, and that kind of counts a little bit as my cardio. But you can do a little bit more of an intense than I do. You could do it 15, 20 minutes, but I would not start pushing it more frequently unless you're going hardcore with your calorie consumption, unless you're really trying to break through a plateau and you're experimenting. But right off the bat, you do not need to zap your body of that much energy. You don't need to zap your body of that much, physiological strain, and you don't need to zap your body of that much calories. because your body will adapt to cardiovascular output more efficiently than you realize, and it can stunt your muscle development, which is why people that do a ton of cardio, like marathon runners, like endurance athletes, they do not put on a lot of muscle mass because it's a conflicting process. Your body does not hold a lot of muscle mass when it's trying to activate type 1 fibers, when it's working aerobically. Your body does not lean towards hypertrophy when it's working towards endurance and it's working towards aerobic capacity. If you train with cardio and with resistance training with higher intensity output, shorter duration, your body does the opposite. It goes more towards cross-sectional diameter, goes more towards force output, it goes more towards glycogen saturation and motor unit recruitment and all the other elements and aspects of strength training and muscle size, as opposed to capillary density, type 1 fiber activation, and that endurance aerobic, I should say, not the vision, but that aerobic side of adaptation. So you can get a little bit of all adaptations. You can kind of get a little bit of everything. But if you want to excel at any one thing, if you want to really be great as a runner, if you want to be great as a bodybuilder, you really have to focus on one, and you can sprinkle in the other one for general health and for, like I said, aerobic capacity. But if you like to do endurance training, that's fine. But understand that you're going to be limited with your muscle mass that you could possibly build. And if you are into, bodybuilding, understand that doing too much cardio can flatten you out, can zap your body of glycogen, of energy, of calories that you need for muscle growth. So if you do cardio, it can benefit you. Just make sure you keep it low, moderate, and do it maybe only a couple times a week. Don't go too intense. And then, like I said, everyone's different. Literally, everyone's different. So you might be able to get away with more. You might be able to get away with less. So you have to adjust. So if you see your body starting to flatten out, if you see your body starting to react poorly to that, then you back off. Or if you like it and you think you can get away with more, try more and see how your body reacts. But starting off with maybe 2 or 3 days a week, 15, 20 minutes, low, moderate intensity of cardio will probably benefit you more than hurt you, of course. And then you can go from there and see how your body adjusts and see where you want to take it in terms of your enjoyment for fitness, in terms of what your goals are. And if all those things match up, then you are in the clear. That's the bullseye. Okay? Thank you for joining me for episode 115 of The Daily Mother Swole. Make sure to check out my social links. You can find my YouTube channel and my Periscope profile, youtube.com/Swolenormous. You can find all these podcasts online on YouTube and also on podcast form on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. You can also check me out on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, and anywhere else that that you might like to use social media. Just type in Swolenormous and give it a look-see on my website. So make sure to follow me here. I broadcast live workouts. I also am here every day at 12 noon Eastern time. I do other scopes at other times as well, Gains After Dark, and little things here and there, Q&As. So make sure to check all those out. Again, I'll stay for a few minutes. I'll probably turn the phone vertical if you got any more further questions. See you tomorrow. Enjoy your Monday. I'll also be on Monday Motivation, MMM at 12:50. So that's 33 minutes. So you can check me out there too. Peace out. Enjoy your Monday.